In this episode of our Getting Started series, we're going to take a look at Leonardo AI. Hi, I'm George, and this is AI photography training. One of the reasons we're looking at Leonardo early in this series is that you can try several of the latest generations of AI-based photo editors under one roof. These include GPT-5, Flux.1 Context, and Gemini 2.5 Flash, or as it's more commonly known, Nano Banana. This is in addition to the many other models Leonardo supports, several of which are quite worthwhile for photographers. Let's begin by taking a look at Leonardo's pricing. The first thing you'll likely notice is that they offer a free forever plan. It's restrictive as far as some of the important features, but it's great for learning the interface and its overall approach. Regarding the free plan, you're going to be limited to 150 daily credits, which means you can expect to produce only 3 to 5 images per day. But they do refresh and start over every day. Keep in mind that you will need a paid subscription to keep your work private, so I recommend staying on the free plan just long enough to decide whether Leonardo is a good fit for you. For most photographers, I think the Apprentice plan works out well. You can scroll down the page to compare all the features between the plans and decide for yourself. Let's move on and create an account. We'll just start with the free forever level. You can see that signing up is similar to most sites these days. With new accounts, expect some pop-ups with various onboarding tips and, of course, upselling pitches. You can view and evaluate those for yourself. Otherwise, just click through them. Now that we're in, let's take a quick look at the interface. At the top left, you can select the model you wish to use. This is where Leonardo shines because there are a lot of them. Note the tabs for image, video, and legacy. For still work, you'll find a good selection of models to explore in the image and legacy tabs. Today, we'll select the Flux.1 Context model. I think it, along with Nano Banana, is a great starting point for photographers wanting to explore common editing tasks. In any case, select the model you wish to use and close the panel. Next down is Prompt Enhance. If you don't want the AI to rewrite your prompts, turn this off. That said, it can sometimes come in handy, so don't shy away from experimenting with it. The key is to keep your prompts as concise as possible when editing existing photos. Fancy prompts will result in the image generator taking, shall we say, liberties with your image. The Styles panel is somewhat unique to Leonardo. I recommend experimenting with these as well. As you can see, there are quite a few of them. Think of these as presets that flavor the selected model. Dynamic is often the default, so we'll go with that today. Next up is the aspect ratio selector. It's best to select the same aspect ratio as your uploaded image. Because we've selected Flux Context, the number of image variations we can generate at one time is restricted to 1, at least at the free level. Of course, the more images you generate in a single pass, the higher your token consumption will be, and we'll cover more about that in a minute. The advanced settings and seeds are not available in the free level. We'll cover all of the settings in upcoming tutorials and guides. Okay, let's add an image. For comparison's sake, I'm going to use the same photo we used in the Gemini 2.5 Flash Getting Started tutorial. There's a link to that guide in the article. Here's an unedited image from the camera. As you can see, it's dark, the color is rather dull, and we don't want the contrails in the sky. To add it to Leonardo, we click the image icon and select it from our hard drive. Next, we provide our instructions in the form of a prompt. Lighten the overall exposure, increase the vibrancy, and remove the contrails from the sky. Do not alter the composition. That last one helps ensure that the AI sticks to our instructions. The reason these new models are so interesting to photographers is that they can read the image in context with your prompt. So it knows what we mean by exposure and vibrance in photographic terms. It also analyzes the contents of the image. So it knows what I mean by remove the contrails. Also note there are no masks or selections needed. So how expensive is this image to process in terms of tokens? Well, next to the Generate button, they tell you how many tokens this generation is going to consume. And up here, you can see how many you have remaining before processing. So it looks like this is going to cost us 50 tokens, or about 1/3 of our daily allotment. Different models can consume more or fewer tokens, so keep an eye on these two areas. All right, let's click Generate and see what happens. I don't know about you, but having edited photos in Photoshop since version 1, I find this surprising. Here's the before and after side by side. There's so much discussion and misinformation about how AI changes the artist's vision. Well, you don't see that here. It followed my instructions and only performed the edits we asked for. This is what separates Flux.1 Context and Gemini 2.5 Flash from other platforms and models, at least for the time being. It's also why Adobe has just included these models in the latest Photoshop beta. I have a link to that in the article. The final point I want to mention, more of a reminder actually, is that for now, these are low resolution. So you will likely want to upscale your images here in Leonardo, and later, possibly more so, using tools like Topaz Gigapixel, On1 Resize, or even in Photoshop. But again, the free level doesn't include the upscale feature. Okay, that's it for getting started with Leonardo AI and Flux.1 Context for that matter. I hope you'll give Leonardo a try because in my opinion, it's one of the better platforms for photographers. Once again, we'll go into much more depth in future tutorials, so stay tuned for those. And with that, thanks for watching. Oh, and remember, stay curious, keep exploring, and most of all, enjoy creating. Bye for now.